this woman clearly has her own agenda.
Well,
And it doesn't have to do with you personally. It has to do with her job. You are her dream come true, Ben. Somebody who...
Well, I hope so.
Who thinks that she's interested in you personally, when in fact she's interested in you as a consumer.
Oh, you're saying she's duping me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying you're a big dupe.
I'll get it.
No, let me get that.
No, don't be...
Hello?
Dad.
Oh, sure. Who should I say is calling?
Is that for me?
Yeah, it's Cindy from Telepurchase.
Oh, my main squeeze. I love it.
Yeah, Ben has told me all about you. This is, I'm,
Dad,
Dr.
please.
I'm Dr. Katz. I'm Ben's father.
Oh, my God. Give me the phone, Dad.
Hey, Ben,
Don't embarrass me.
It's
I know who it is.
Cindy, the one you were telling me.
Well, give me the phone.
Okay, one sec. But just... Yes. One second, I'll get him.
Thanks, Dad. Can you, give me a...
What?
Can you out through the revolving door there? Would you mind,
I'm just finishing my coffee, so...
Don't hit your fat ass on the way out on the door, okay?
I'm not listening, Ben, so just go ahead,
Dad, get out, now.
Ben, why can't I be in the same room as you?
But, Dad, I'm trying to get a little privacy on the phone.
Yeah, but we don't have any secrets from each other. There's nothing you can't say.
Hey, Dad, if you wanted some privacy, I would leave the room.
But there's nothing that you can't say.
Dad, I don't want to have this argument right now. I'll have it with you later. Right now, I want to talk on the phone because...
now is when I'm available
This is costing somebody money. So why don't you get out of the room?
Why don't you treat your father with a little bit of respect?
Use the fucking door.
Okay, but I don't see why I have to leave the...
Dad, would you please... Cindy, could you hold on one sec? Because I'm just gonna... Dad, get out. Out.
Okay, I'm out. I'm out. This hurts my feelings, Ben, and we're gonna have to deal with this later.
Fine, we'll deal with it later.
Okay.
Dad.
What?
Come back.
Why?
I need your credit card.
Hey, Laura?
Yeah?
Do you have a boyfriend?
None of your business?
Do you want to be my girlfriend?
No.
Hey, Laura?
No.
Laura?
No. No.
I'm a great boyfriend. I would do everything for her, 'cause I'm whipped.
Uh-huh.
I never complained when I get sent out on errands. That's how you know you're a boyfriend, Dr. Katz, when all you'll do is just get sent out to get stuff.
Well...
And you look forward to it 'cause you get to see other guys at the store,
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking around and I'm like, hey, Stan, what are you sent out for? Let me see your note. Oh, I need pads too. Let's walk together. And when you get sent out to get something, you better get exactly what you were sent out for, or you get sent right the hell back to stand online with the other reject boyfriends. And they all want to talk to you, like the guy in front of me, he's like, what are you here for? And I'm like, I bought a Spanish onion and I needed a yellow onion. And he's like, what's the difference? And I'm like, that is not for us to ask. I'm not even supposed to be talking to you. Do you know that women can only get pregnant 2 days out of every month, Dr. Katz? Only 2 days.
Yes.
And only one day is the main day. The second day, they're already pulling down the gate and closing up.
Mm-hmm.
And like a real tricky sperm can kind of be like, I just want to talk to the egg. I'll be right out. I just want to see if my friend's in there. Some guys have sex with a plastic doll. Is there a name for that, Dr. Katz?
No, not yet.
I would never have sex with a plastic doll. I'd feel so stupid, All my friends would be like, I'm really stupid. I left my keys in the car. And I'd be like, that's nothing. Last night, I had sex with a balloon.
Yeah.
And I know I would get caught, too, Dr. Katz, because I'm always, leaving stuff out. I know sooner or later I'd come home with a girl, she'd be really hot, because, it's on TV, and we would walk in, and she'd be like, oh, my God, what the hell is that? And I'd be like, oh, my God, I left Beverly out. The only way to get away with something like that would be to act like you think it's normal, just be like, oh, that's just this big plastic doll I have simulated sexual intercourse with. Hey, but enough about me.
Well, hello. Don't you look lovely today, Cindy?
Well, hi, Ben.
Hi.
It's Cindy from Telepurchase.
I just said your name.
Uh-huh. Well, I was calling because I was wondering if you're still interested in that socket wrench set.
You're funny. I mean, you must be,
We have a limited supply, and I just wanted to make sure that all my priority customers had the opportunity to purchase one.
Do you really consider me, sweet?
So then you are still interested in the 50-piece socket wrench set?
God, you're like a lioness, you know?
Because today is the last day it's available, and I will even throw in a 100% teak magazine caddy for absolutely no charge.
You know, that's really not necessary. I mean, children are dying because teak is being made in Europe. So forget about the teak, but definitely the set.
Oh, good.
So I'm ready to purchase.
Well, that's why I'm here today.
I'm not afraid to purchase, Cindy. I'm not...
Well, can I help you with anything else today?
You know, you are spoiling me rotten. You know that, don't you?
So you were well known in the neighborhood.
My dad had a lot of Irish friends. Kind of, you know, they're nice people. They're kind of scary, you know, with the red faces and the red noses. Look at you. I know how you are.
Yeah.
You're Bobby Panette's kid. Well, you're a chubby little kid, aren't you? Look at you. I'm going to give you $1. What are you going to do with it? I know what you don't even bother to tell me. You're going to buy food. You know why? Because you're a chubby little kid. Oh, look at you. Do something funny. Do that. Look at him shaking his belly. Clancy, come over here. Have you met Bobby Panette's chubby little kid? I said, you know, the last time I got really, really drunk, I went to an Irish pub. I mean, they make you drink.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is? They play that Irish music. It makes you drink. Because I walked in, I didn't want to drink.
Right.
They said, what would you like? I'll have a ginger ale. She come with your Uncle Mike, me boy, and there's your sister Kate. I'll have a beer. Wait a minute, I don't want a beer. It was Johnny McEldoe and McGee and whiskey. I want whiskey. I'll tell you, the worst diet I was ever on.
Yeah.
You know what? You only have 3 shakes a day? They say, oh, after a week you won't be hungry. Oh, no. After a week I was hallucinating. I was a goner, too. I was on the couch, no chance of getting food. I could have went like that. A Girl Scout saved my life.
Yeah.
She came to the door with cookies, and she had the cookies. You know, sometimes I don't have the cookies now. They have that order form.
Yeah, the paperwork.
I hate that thing. What, now you're gonna go bake the cookies? You come to my house at 8 in the morning, you bring cookies. She had the cookies.
Mm-hmm.
I saw those chocolate mints, I went, oh, I think you're gonna win the trip to Washington this year. Have you seen Free Willy?
No.
Promise me you won't see Free Willy 2 before you see Free Willy 1.
You have my word.
I like Free Willy 1, but they had Free Willy 2, Free Willy 3, Free Willy again. I mean, he keeps on getting caught. I let you go once. I can't be doing this all the time. You're hard to sneak.
You'd think he'd learn.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know that real-life whale, that real-life Willie? They built him a state-of-the-art tank in Oregon, and they had him in Mexico City. So they built him this tank. Do you know about this?
No.
They built him this state-of-the-art tank in Oregon. Now they have to get him from Mexico City to Oregon. How do they do it? They UPS'd him.
That was my next guess.
That guy had a bad route that day. Oh, let's see what we got in the old truck. Oh, dang it! I'd hate to carry him up the walkway. Oh, God, I hope they're home. If they're not home, I'm going to leave them in the screen door. You want to hit the doorbell with your flipper there, Shamu?
Ben, yeah, and you know how much I'm anxious for him to cultivate a relationship with a woman.
Sure.
He is involved with the woman who we met on the phone, who happens to be in the telemarketing business.
He fell for a salesperson on the phone?
Just sounds crazy when you say it.
He doesn't know her.
He doesn't know her, but, you know, he called her up.
Right.
And he misconstrued her very playful tone. Right. Which is, I'm sure, part of her sales pitch.
I'm sure.
For seduction. He thought that she was coming on to him, when in fact she was coming on to him in the sales way.
Oh, and he got flamboozled.
And he bought a hook, line, and sinker.
Really?
In fact, he bought a hook, line, and sinker.
Oof.
Dad?
Yes.
Hey, Ben, what's up?
How are you?
I'm good. What can I do for you?
Just a quickie.
I have some good news, and then I have some better news.
What's the good news?
Well, the good news is the visa is tapped out.
And what's the better news?
You have other credit cards.
Well, first of all, the visa can't be tapped out because I pay my bill.
Well, I think this is more of a recent development because I just got denied, which, by the way, is embarrassing.
Did they say why card was denied?
I just assumed it was from excessive spending.
I haven't been spending excessively, Ben.
I know, and I think that is a good thing, so I spent a lot.
I don't like the turn this conversation has
I
taken.
didn't think you were going to love this one.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why you don't up your credit limit.
Well, because I think a $5,000 credit limit is fine.
Dad, not anymore. That's not fine. You're a man of means.
I am a man of means.
And I can turn very quickly into a mean man of means if you're not careful, Ben.
First of all, lower your voice to a whisper.
Okay.
No, look, why, who's listening?
I just like it better.
Okay.
Well, if you would like to have a card with a...
I can't hear you. You're going to have to
You
speak
really...
up.
Ben, you're really getting on my nerves.
I'm starting to piss you off, aren't I?
A little bit.
I'm starting to get recognized on the street, Dr. Katz. I am from all my TV shows. Like, I was walking on the street, and this girl came over to me. She's really hot. She's wearing those nails with the designs on them. Mm-hmm. And she came over to me, and she's like, hey, I saw you on Letterman. And I'm like, oh, my God, I'm going to have sex. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah. And then she's like, can I ask you a question? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, are you retarded? Dr. Katz, I was actually fired as a Denny's dishwasher.
Jeez, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's sad. They don't fire anyone. They didn't even know how to fire me. They had never done it in the history of Denny's. They just sent me out to take out the garbage and then lock the door behind me. And I'm like, let me in. And they're like, go to Wendy's. It sucks being a small guy like this because I can't fight anyone, you know?
Yeah.
Like, my neighbor keeps his music really loud, so I had to go upstairs and be like, excuse me, can you please lower the music? And he's like, are you an idiot? And I'm like, yeah. And what I really want to say is, how about I just knock your teeth down your throat, you moron? But, you know, my body can't back that up. I've often thought about just jumping him when he turns around, but then he'd just be like, do you want a piggyback ride?
Laura?
Yeah?
I have a favor to ask of you.
A favor?
I need for you to get a company called Telepurchase Inc. on the phone for me.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you, sometimes you just need to take the bull by the horns and protect the ones you love, you know?
Right. Do you have the number?
No, that's the part I was hoping you could do. Find the number, get them on the phone, then patch them through to me.
Dr. Katz, if you had picked up the phone and done that while you explained that to me, it would have been done right now.
That's true. Laura.
Hi, Ben.
Laura, how are you?
Fine.
Yeah, how you doing? You look busier than a bee. Making honey. You're good at what you do, Laura. There ain't no question about that. I'll tell you, I'm in a particularly good mood today.
Great.
Did you notice?
Do
you want to know why I'm in a good mood, or you just want to
No.
do your typical ignoring me thing, which is getting old?
How about just one more time?
So, Cindy, this is what's on my mind. Yeah. This has more to do, not so much with the quality of the... My point is that my son Ben, who is 25 years old, still very much a child. Oh, I can't take credit for all of that, but thank you for saying that. That's very sweet. Yeah. That is totally unnecessary for you to say that, but no, I haven't heard that before.
You know, we've spoken a bunch of times, and I've bought stuff from her, which I think is a good thing. And she's great, and she likes me, and I like her more than she likes me, but that's going to change, and everything's going to work out. We are at that weird point in any relationship where we don't know much about each other yet, so everything is fascinating and mysterious.
Well, that's great, Ben. I'm very happy for you.
Is mi padre in?
See?
Well then, adios. I hope you find happiness, Laura.
No, that sounds, no, I don't think anyone's going to beat that price. So, hey, listen, I have your number, and you know how to get in touch with me, and we will pick this up,
Dad?
Yeah. Okay, so we'll reschedule. Thanks very much. Okay, hey, Ben.
Dad?
Yes.
Who are you on the phone with?
I was on somebody was just canceling and then just rescheduled them. Cindy.
Cindy?
From Telepurchasing.
Oh, really? You're talking to Cindy?
And I just want you to know that even though it doesn't look good...
You're talking to for Cindy from Telepurchase.
Telepurchase, right.
Yeah. Dad, what are you doing? Good answer.
Even though it doesn't look good, I just want you to know that I would
That doesn't look great. Why would you get involved?
Well...
Don't you think that's humiliating to me?
I can think of 1,800 reasons why, Ben.
No, well, all right, so I spent $1,800 total.
Mm-hmm. As your father, I was a little concerned that she was perhaps taking advantage of you.
Not in my early 20s anymore, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I am an adult.
Yeah.
All right, and I can handle myself.
Mm-hmm.
I can fight my own battles.
Right.
I can do my own laundry.
Well...
All right, and if I want to make telemarketing purchases over the phone, I can do that on my own, and I don't need my father to butt in. All right? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go to the arcade.
Okay. Don't forget your stack of quarters.
All right. See you at home for dinner.
So anyway, I'm apologizing because I don't think it was appropriate for me to flirt with her the way I did, especially in front of my son. I wish I had known you were there. So your line at this point is apology accepted.
Oh, you're giving that to me.
I'm hoping that you will find it in your heart to forgive me.
Well, you know...
because I behaved in a really reprehensible way, and I think I need to be reprehended.
You know, Dad, I do accept your apology.
None taken.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
I think you and me both know women pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And you and Cindy had a thing. That is fine.
Yeah.
But you were not in the Telepurchase Gold Club. I was. And Cindy arranged that for me, which means I'm better and Cindy liked me more.
So now what?
Well, you know how it went down with me and Cindy, Dad?
No, I don't.
It did go down.
Yeah.
I talked to her this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
After you talked to her.
Right.
Well, I said right off the bat that I wasn't interested in any more products.
But why did you tell her that, Ben? I don't quite get that.
Because it was sort of a test of our relationship.
And how'd she do?
Well, you know what? It wasn't one of those kind of tests.
Mm-hmm.
It was more like a double-blind test. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Well, it wasn't a double-blind test.
The round-robin tournament?
Well, it wasn't like a test.
Then what are we talking about?
I have no idea.
You know, I have a friend from Scotland.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something. That Scottish dialect's hard to pick up. I mean, he has a couple of drinks in him. We don't know what he's saying. We just agree with him. So, where do you want to go now? Okay, we'll follow you. Then I have a couple of cocktails. I know what he's saying again. You gotta do that away or you're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
Hey, you're right and you're a cheeky monkey for saying so.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say? What did I say? Actually, have you been out for Indian food?
Yeah, I enjoy Indian food.
Oh, a little spicy.
Well,
I mean, spicy's a relative term. Spicy can mean, oh, geez, that burnt my tongue a little bit. Indian food's more like, ah! Now, you figure, though, Gandhi went on that hunger strike.
Right.
But he did it in India. Now, the food isn't that great there. Could he have gone on a hunger strike if, say, he was in Italy?
Probably.
It would have been harder.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I will fast until all Muslims and Hindus are at peace. If necessary, I will die in this cause. Is that eggplant I am smelling? Oh, and pasta fagioli. Yes, I'd love some. Do you like Italian food?
Love it.
Oh, I had this little Italian place I go to. Mm-hmm. I spoke a little Italian. They had, a waiter just from Italy. I mean, what a nice guy. But, I knew a little Italian, and he thought that was so nice.
What do you know how to say in Italian?
I know how to say, feed me, I'm hungry. I said, Luigi, sono affamato. He got such a kick out of it. Sono affamato! Look at you, sono affamato! Hold on 1 minute. Giuseppe! Come in here! What'd you say to me? You say to Giuseppe. Go ahead. Sono affamato. Sono affamato! Look at you! Now I think I might be in a little trouble here. I mean, they're dancing around me. Sono affamato! And no matter how much you eat, what's the matter? You don't like? I don't like. I had 14 plates. That's like.
Because I don't want to go to jail. Have you ever been in jail, Dr. Katz?
I spent one night in jail during the 60s.
Oh, my God, really?
Yep.
Were you scared?
A little bit.
Did you meet anyone special?
No, I did not.
Because that's what I've heard goes on in prison, Dr. Katz. I heard, like, the other cellmates, like, they have nothing to do because they just play shuffleboard all day. So they come into your cell and they're like, hi, welcome to prison. We're going to have sex with you now. And you can't be like, oh, no thanks. I'm just going to read. Because they're like, well, you can read, but we're still going to have sex with you. I don't want to just be famous, though. I want to be rich. I want to be, like, super rich, you know? So, like, where I could buy anything I want. Like, if I'm walking down the street and I see a dog I like, I can be like, I want to buy your dog. And the guy would be like, my dog's not for sale. And I'd be like, I'd take out, like, $100,000 and be like, I think I'll call him Harry.
Right.
And he'll be like, go to your new master, Harry.
Oh, you know what the music means. We're going to have to stop now, Mitch.
Not today. Let's go longer.
I'm sorry, our time is up.
I hate you.
Boy, it is great to start the day with something warm and mushy.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm talking about the cereal, Ben.
Oh, the cereal.
Yeah.
The farina.
The farina, yes. The thinking man's oatmeal.
Dad, you are, like, so terribly predictable. You know how many times you've said farina, the thinking man's oatmeal joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the yeah.
Ben, keep your hands out of my farina,
See,
please.
now you're going to get defensive and, you know.
So what do you got going on today, Ben?
Oh, here we go, changing the subject.
No, really,
Knew that was coming.
What you got going on today?
Why the tough questions?
Well, you know,
Why am I supposed to deal with that now? Just let it happen naturally.
There's a whole wide, wide world out there.
Ugh, not this speech again.
This is not the one that you think I'm going to give you. Do you think I'm going to give you the one about...
Well, there are 3 wide, wide world speeches you've given me.
There's wide, wide world speech number 4. I'm working on it.
No, well, do change it up, because I'm sick of it.
You just got to do what you got to do, Ben.
Dad, I bid you adieu.
I see you in a do, and I raise you a toodaloo.
Laura, can I ask you a question? Why don't you like me? You seem like you don't like me. Like, I come in here, I try to be nice, and you look at me with that angry, disapproving look. I know. Are you one of those girls who likes guys who are hard to get? That's it. Okay, please ignore what I said before. I don't care about you. I don't even notice you. I don't notice you. You see, I'm walking around the room. I don't notice anyone. Hey, Laura, ask me what I'm thinking about right this moment. Go ahead. Say, Gilbert, what are you thinking about?
Gilbert, what are you thinking about?
Not you, Laura! You know, you might not realize this, but my parents were Jewish.
No, I
know, you probably think, well, that's very strange, because you seem like a tall, barrel-chested Norwegian gentleman.
Actually, that's...
But my parents actually were Jewish and filled me with guilt. I had to take the blame for everything. It's like my parents would walk into the room and go, look, it's nighttime out. You know why it's nighttime? You did that. You did that. You couldn't be happy having it daytime, so you had to make it nighttime. You know President Lincoln? He's dead. You know why he's dead? You did it. Are you
also knew the Beatles when they were getting together, and they couldn't come up with a name for their group. In fact, they came to me and said, we have a group. We don't know what to call it. We're thinking of calling ourselves 5 nice-looking young men who play musical instruments and are not Jewish. Yeah. And I said, I think it's a long title, sure. And I think it's information that is not necessary. Well, and they said, okay, come back to me the next day. They said, we're thinking of calling ourselves 4 guys. We got long hair, we're nice gentlemen, but we just so happen not to be Jewish. And I say, I really don't think that information is pertinent. Yeah. Finally, they came to me and said, we're gonna call ourselves the Beatles. I said, that's a great name. And then they said, who just so happened not to be Jewish.
Dr. Katz's office.
Laura.
Hi, Ben.
Can I take a minute of your time here? Because I got a little situation on my hands here. First of all, I got the mail today, which I do every day. But today was a little different. I got a letter.
Wow.
I was kind of afraid to open it, because at first I thought it was a subpoena. No, I got a chain letter.
Who sent it to you?
Well, this kid named Lance Garcia, which at first I didn't realize who that was, but then I realized it's a guy I went to elementary school with.
Well, Ben, you have to...
Can I read it to you? Laura, do you have a second? Good. This is a chain letter. I don't know if Lance wrote that, but it sounds like him. Within 24 hours, you must send it to 10 other people. On the 3rd day, the person you are most attracted to will send you some kind of signal revealing their feelings toward you. Now, here's the bad part. It takes a big turn. Warning. If you do not pass this on, something as bad as this story, or worse, will happen to you. Take Heather Dixon of Beaufort, Minnesota. Then it goes on to talk about Heather Dixon, that she had a guy named Keith who she fell in love with. And she didn't send letters to 10 people. Yeah. And he died in a massive car accident. Is this the thing that's been causing all the death in the world?
I actually visited Paul McCartney recently. I visited Paul and Linda up on their farm. Yeah. You know, Linda refuses to let anyone eat meat. It's strictly vegetarian. Right. And when I spoke to them on the phone, Paul said to me, look, can you sneak me like a hamburger or something? Just please, anything. Anything. Maybe a beef jerky. You could stick it in your shoe. I just need some meat. Yeah. And then I walked in the door and Paul said, did you bring anything? Did you get me a little piece of ham, for God's sakes? And Linda said, no, we're gonna be eating rhubarb. And Paul said, hey, Gil, why don't we walk outside, get some fresh air? And then when we got outside, Paul said, look, why don't you kill one of those sheep? We'll just rip it apart with our bare teeth. And I said, no, Linda, I'm sure we'll get angry. And he said, well, for God's sakes, can I at least lick your arm?
Dad?
Yes, Ben.
I gotta talk to you about something important here.
Okay.
I'm dealing with an issue here at home.
Okay.
And
What's going on?
I need to...
Just spit it out, Ben.
Well, I got a letter.
Okay.
It's a chain letter. And,
Chain letters are an incredible waste of time.
You know, Dad, they're what a lot of people refer to as networking.
I think you're overreacting. It's just a letter, Ben.
No, Dad, you don't understand. I have the power of life and death in my hands right now. So I would not mess with me. I'm like a god right now.
Yeah.
And you should see me right now. I am shining.
Hey, Laura.
Hi.
Wendy Liebman. Oh, that's not how you spell it. It's I-E.
Well, that's not how you spell it.
Doodly-doo. I did yoga the other day because somebody told me that when you do yoga, you could reach like a higher level of consciousness, and that intrigued me. It's a lot easier just to drink and then get your leg behind your neck like that.
Right.
So after I was in so much pain, so I got a massage. I love getting a massage from the bellhop. I love that.
Is that true?
Actually, it was a woman named Martha, and she was really hurting me. She was rubbing really hard on my back. I said, are you trying to start a fire back there? Because she was really hurting me. She said, I'm attacking your pressure points. So I gave her my parents' address. I'm very spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I pray for money and power and sex.
That's beautiful.
Laura.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Fine.
You know, it's funny, I'm compiling a list of addresses of people I know, and you are missing. So I wanted to just fill you in here. Let me check under, yep, Uncle Max, he's on there. My home address. And then Laura, yeah, I don't have yours. So if you could kindly provide that.
Not a chance.
Right.
I went to my 30th class reunion from nursery school, and I didn't want to go, Dr. Katz, because I've put on like 100 pounds.
Yeah.
I like my body. It gets me around.
Mm-hmm.
I want an hourglass figure. Right now I have an hour and a half. I have a little bit too much time on my ass.
Dr. Katz's office.
Hello, Laura. If you could tell me your complete address, including zip code, you may be eligible to win an all-expense paid bed.
Ben.
I'm gonna have to take that again, Bobby.
Ben, what do you want?
If you can tell me your complete address, including zip code, you may be eligible to win an all-expense paid trip to the Bahamas.
Ben.
I haven't touched a man since Hands Across America.
What about the guy you were telling me about last week?
I go out with my old boyfriend a lot. We're into recycling. We use each other again. We still talk, we reminisce about the good old day.
Well, why didn't it work out?
He was cheating on me with his secretary.
Mm-hmm.
I found lipstick on his collar, covered with whiteout.
Yeah.
I should have married my high school sweetheart. You know, I had a typical high school romance.
Mm-hmm.
I was a cheerleader, and he was on the faculty. Go, Mr. Jameson!
Dr. Katz's office.
Hey, Laura. Hey, I bet you're gonna you think I'm gonna ask you for your address again, but I am not. So what is it?
I didn't have to go to work today because I don't have a job.
Yeah. But you used to work.
I was a secretary for 6 years while I was doing stand-up at night.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of secretaries, I practically ran that company into the ground.
Yeah.
My boss was so mean. I would call in sick a lot. I'd go, yeah, I have female problems. Mm-hmm. And she didn't know that I meant her.
Was there a happy ending to that story?
You know what? I didn't even give 2 weeks' notice when I left because I was fired.
Mm-hmm.
Quit, fired. What's the difference, Dr. Katz? I mean, besides the kind of party that they throw.
Laura?
Yeah?
I have some good news for you.
Yeah?
And I'm just wondering if you could come in here, because I'd like to tell you.
Why don't you just tell me?
Well, it's more of like a face-to-face kind of development here that I would like to share with you. So if you could come on in here, that would be great.
So why don't you just bring your big shiny face out here and lay it on me?
Well, you know, I'm in the middle of some paperwork here, and I thought...
Hold on, I have to get the phone.
Okay.
Dr. Katz's office.
Laura.
Hey, can I just get your address, please?
No.
Just quickly?
No.
Quicker. Is that Ben?
Let's get this done quick. I just want the address and the apartment number. Do you live in an apartment or a house?
Is that Ben?
Laura?
Yes.
Yes, what?
House or apartment?
Can you tell him that now
It's not a good time.
Laura.
Just tell him now is not a good time, that you have something.
No.
Laura, I'm just asking a question. What's your address?
It's important.
I was saying house or apartment?
Shut your fat mouth.
Hey, Laura, that's
Hey, Laura,
not nice.
I think...
You know, I don't like to be
you
called
should
fat.
keep an...
You should keep it
I
in
can't
perspective.
handle this.
So, Laura,
Yeah?
here's the good news that I was telling you about.
Yeah?
I have created what's called a profit-sharing plan, which means that every quarter I will put some money from this company into essentially a retirement account, not just for myself, but for you as well. Money that will become yours when you turn 59.
Oh. Well,
And that's what I was so anxious to tell you about.
could I just have an extra 15 minutes for lunch instead?
See, I think that it's hard for someone your age to appreciate what that kind of financial security means.
Oh.
So,
Could I have an extra 15 minutes for lunch, too?
I think we can do that.
And then for a while the Beatles had George coming in with that Indian guy.
Yeah.
He would bring the Maharishi in, and, they'd say, what is this guy? Why are you bringing him here? And he'd go, oh, this is a different type of music we're getting. It's the Maharishi. He's a small Indian fellow, and he plays this thing called the sitar. Well, yeah, I know, but that doesn't work for the type of music we're playing. You see, I don't know if you realize this, but we don't play Indian music. We play rock music. If we had a little restaurant where we served curry, then maybe you could bring this guy along.
Yeah, I mean, Gilbert, this is fascinating piece of musical history. But let's talk about you for a minute. Can we focus on you for a second here? Isn't there something you want to talk about, some pressing issue? Something personal?
You're right. There is something I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, good.
Where did you get that tie?
You see, this is exactly...
Can I try it on? Let me try on that tie.
No, because I don't want to contribute. I don't want to help you postpone...
If you don't want to help me, how am I going to get help? I come here and I pay for help, and you're not going to help me.
Well, you're resisting my help.
Well, then give me the tie.
Okay, here's the tie.
Okay, help me tie it. Help me
I
tie.
can't...
Help me tie the tie.
I can't do that unless...
Help me tie the tie.
I can do it if...
I'm going to start screaming.
No, I will do it, but I have...
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Ben, hasn't it been 3 days since you got the letter?
Yeah, it's been about 3 days.
Well, isn't there kind of a time limit on this? I mean...
But I called Lance and I got an extension. This list is not great. The deli guy, Uncle Max, my father, the mailman. He was involved from the beginning. I'm sending one to Senator Carlisle because his address was in the paper today. Let me ask you a quick question, Laura. What the hell is a 25-year-old kid doing sending around a chain letter like an idiot, like a 10-year-old? You know? I don't mean me, even though I'm doing that. I mean, but he started it. These are grown people who are sending around chain letters. Don't they have anything better to do?
I don't know, do you?
Have you ever gotten a chain letter before?
Yeah, I think I've gotten...
You think you've gotten one?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
What'd you do with it?
Threw it away.
Oh, you're gonna die. You're going to die. How long ago was that? Laura? Laura?
Get help! Somebody get help! Doctor.
Yeah.
You speak very quietly. What would you do if you were like in a burning building and you had to scream for help?
I can scream if I need to scream.
Okay, here, the flames are engulfing the entire building, and the firemen are 5 blocks away. What do you yell to them?
Well, guys, things are really out of control here.
See, I don't think they take that seriously.
Guys, a little cold water, please. I invited her into my office. And I said to her, I have some great news. I have created a profit-sharing plan for her. You know what that is?
Sure, very nice.
And it was if I had said you have lymphoma.
That's a very specific
reaction. It is
reaction.
very specific.
Yeah.
Why do you think she reacted that way?
My theory is that she just doesn't want to think of being 59 someday.
I think that's what I thought of, too, yeah.
She doesn't want to think of me being her future.
Right, being 59 and still working for you.
And also, it's very hard for someone that age to appreciate what financial security means.
What happens if she doesn't stay with you until she's 59? What happens to that money?
Hey, good question.
I think I get it.
Nice.
How much money are we talking about?
$8 every 3 months.
Well,
it's,
but it's
I can understand why she's not.
That's $32 a year.
Oh.
And that's money that earns interest.
Oh, yeah.
And the law is very specific. It says once she turns 59 and a half, she's eligible to collect that money.
Why 59 and a half?
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, the half was my idea. Because I didn't like the idea of her being 59 running around with that kind of money.
It's true.
just hate to see you be so hard on yourself, Ben.
I'm just a little disappointed that I couldn't like hold up my end of the bargain.
No, it's a chain letter, Ben. You know, these things.
No, I know you think it's probably not that important, but
you know how much pressure you felt when you got the letter.
Yes, that was a bad day for me.
Well, think of all the pressure that these other people would have felt had you fulfilled your responsibility.
So you think I almost did a good thing by breaking the chain?
You broke the chain of pain.
As a matter of fact, I got the paper today, and some 14 people died in this city alone.
Are you suggesting that it's in some way connected?
I'm not quite sure it's a connection, but here's the deal. Since I haven't sent the chain letter, people have died, and nobody loves me. Do you see the connection? Do you see how this thing works, how insidious it is?
Yeah, nothing has changed, essentially. And besides, aren't I people?
Aren't you people?
I mean...
What does that mean?
I mean, I love you.
Can you talk? What kind of way is that to say something?
Come here, you.
I don't want it.
I have two problems, Dr. Katz. The first is I never finish anything I start.
Yeah.
My mother always told me, she said, you can be anything you want. So I said, could I be somebody else's daughter?
Mm-hmm.
My mother's a ventriloquist. I mean, not professionally.
Yeah.
But for like 10 years, I thought the dog was asking me to kill my father. We had a chameleon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least that's what my mother told us. She'd point to different objects and say, there it is. This morning I got an obscene phone call.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 4:30 in the morning. The guy is breathing really heavy going, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? I said, I haven't decided yet. I was flying recently, and there was a man sitting next to me, and I could tell that he really wanted me to shut up. You know how I know, Dr. Katz? Because he kept saying, shut up! Could you shut up?
Do you know something? I used to know Gandhi. I knew Gandhi. I actually knew him, way before he became famous.
Yeah.
Gandhi once wrote a book called Hi, I'm Gandhi. And it was him with like a checkered jacket and a full head of hair. And I said, this is not an image for you.
Yeah. How did you guys meet?
Actually, we were both gonna have a knish. And we had a big argument over whether or not you should put mustard on it. What is this? This music. Why is there music here? What is this music? Doctor, I hear music!
We're going to have to stop
You're
now.
my psychiatrist!
Yeah,
Help me! Help